This baseball card has a 91.6% black label gem rate. So the other day I saw this BGS 10 Bryce Harper on eBay. This is from the 2011 JUCO set. I continued to see this card come up in a BGS 10 grade. And this is in a old BGS 10 label because this would be a black label today because it has 4 10 subgrades. So I was like, this is interesting. I wonder how many BGS 10s have been graded of this card. So I went on the Beckett Pop Report, and there's been 175 black labels graded for this card. I was absolutely perplexed. This has to be a record, a little over a 90% chance of getting a black label. But once you look at the Pop Report here and see when the cards are graded, it looks like they were graded in the same submission. Now, why do I think they were graded in the same submission? Because the serial numbers are all back to back, and it has the same date from when they were graded. The serial number 7230739 all the way to 7230913 were graded on June 3rd, 2012 on the same submission. 174 black labels were graded on the same day on the same submission. Allegedly, obviously, in the same submission. And then we have this odd outlier graded on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. So 174 of them were graded in 2012, and then one was graded in 2019. That received a black label grade. Beckett used to not have a black label for their cards. They just had a regular BGS 10 label. So that's why you see this card with a regular pristine label, but it will have all subgrades have the grade of 10 on the card. So I decided to send some cards to get graded from this set, since it's so easy to get a black label. I sent 2 Bryce Harpers from this set, and then I sent 6 Kyle Hardy cards from this set. I figured if I use a player that's never been graded, they might give me a better grade since he never panned out. So I sent those off to Beckett. All right, so I just got the package back from Beckett. We're gonna see if we can get any black labels in this submission. All right, so here they are. I don't know why Beckett uses these sleeves. They're like not even usable. Like I want a real sleeve that will stay on my card. Like this is the most useless sleeve. All right, so we had 2 Bryce Harper cards, and then we had 6 Kyle Hardy cards. I mean, as you can see, it has a silver label, so I'm assuming this is probably gonna be a 9. We should get a black label, right? Based on the Pop Report, because it's like a 90% chance to get a black label. So off that logic, I mean, I'm looking at a silver label right now. That's not a good sign. So here we go. This is the Bryce Harper. Okay, it got 9 centering, 9 corners, 10 edges, 9.5 surface. So that's interesting. This is probably one of the lowest grades for this card. It's hilarious. Okay, next up, silver label again. 9 centering, 9.5 corners, 10 edges, 9 surface. Wow, so both of these are so close to a 9.5. It's pretty frustrating. But no black label. Okay, so this is the Kyle Hardy cards. The reason why I submitted the Kyle Hardy was because there's never been another player from the set that has been submitted, so I'm assuming they would give a better grade for this guy here. We have a 9.5 with 9 centering, 9.5 corners, 10 edges, and 9.5 surface. All right, the second one. 9 centering, 9.5 corners, 10 edges, 9.5 surface. I don't think they're going to give us a black label. Here's the other one. 9 centering, 10 corners, 10 edges, 10 surface. Okay, so this is the best one.
How is this 9 centering? Like, how are they giving... All of these cards have received 9 centering. So what makes this 9 centering? It makes no sense. I'm going to put this one off to the side since that's the closest one we've got so far. 9 centering. Why is every card 9 centering? It doesn't make any sense. 9-5 corners, 9-5 surface. This one's 9 centering again. And then the last one, oh, it looks like I gave this one a 9. 8-5 centering. Doesn't even make any sense. I mean, how I would judge the centering is down here. And then where the ball, you can tell the ball. I mean, I don't get it. Okay, so out of that submission, this is the closest one to a BGS 10 or Pristine 10. Looks like it's harder to get a black label. So out of all these cards, this was 9 centering, 8-5 centering, 9 centering, 9 centering, 9 centering, 9 centering, 9 centering, and 9 centering. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can even tell from these cards right here. If you look at the ball where it says 2010 draftee, look how the ball is closer to the edge on this Kyle Hardy card than the Bryce Harper. How could you make the case that these are the same exact centering with the grade of 9 centering? I mean, even on the bottom here, the text is closer to the edge than the Kyle Hardy card. Even the logo, the JUCO logo, is closer on the Bryce Harper to the edge.
All right, so the pop report has not updated yet, but when mine are added, it'll be 4 9s that have been graded, which will bring down the black label percentage to 90.67. So I brought down the black label percentage. That's not what I wanted to do. That means this card has not been graded a black label 18 times, but it has been graded a black label 175 times. And I'm not done yet. It gets even weirder. This is a 1 of 1 from the same set, and they gave this a BGS 10 with all subgrades 10. This right here is another 1 of 1 from the same set that they gave a black label. Here is another 1 of 1 from the same set that they gave a black label. All right, so let's start with these 2 black labels because they were in the same submission. When you look at these serial numbers, 7574496 to 7574501. In that submission, there was 6 1 of 1 cards. 3 of those received a black label, BGS 10. And these were graded in March 2013. Pretty great gem rate, if you ask me, if you can get half your cards a black label in a submission. And, you know, I couldn't even get a black label, and I submitted 8 cards. Now, for this one right here, there was 2 cards submitted, and one of them received a black label. The other one received a Pristine 10. These were graded in 2016. Now, here's another card. This is a BGS 10, Pristine 10, out of 100 from the same set. There was 2 in this submission. But what's weird about this is when you look at the pop report, it says NN0. So I'm assuming these were removed from the pop report for some reason. So yeah, I think there's a lot of unanswered questions here. It's kind of strange in my opinion. I do think the card is a more easier card to grade. They gave me a 10 subgrade for edges for all the cards that I submitted, those 8 cards. But still, the centering's weird. There is a lot of unanswered questions to this.